Did Sean Cahill just win me over in one scene? Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. I am the Lucia Master and today I have a confession to make. I'm head over heels in love with Sean Cahill and Neal McDonough's portrayal of the character just sends me over the moon. It's not something I expected to happen because believe it or not, I did not like the character in the beginning. I can't be the only one who feels like they really wanted to dislike Sean in Suits as much as possible because he was actively hunting down Harvey and Jessica and aimed at being instrumental in their demise. But there was always something about how Neal portrayed the character that I found it easy to root for him and for Harvey to just be friends. They had a truly captivating chemistry and I want to dive into that a bit more in this video. Alright. Let's dive into this Sean Harvey saga, shall we? Remember how they kicked off as sworn enemies? Oh, the drama. But hey, I've got a theory, so hear me out. What if they were secretly playing this elaborate game of cat and mouse and their hatred was a well-choreographed act? Now, let's talk about the roller coaster these two created every time they shared a scene. Picture this. Banter that's sharper than a knife's edge, threats that felt like a rap battle, and a constant game of one-upmanship. And yet, amidst all this chaos, there was a flicker of something more. I could almost sense that they secretly wanted to skip the drama and just give each other a big bear hug. And can we talk about those unexpected olive branches they kept extending to each other? Seriously, they'd go from knocking each other's lights out to saving each other's behinds. And it was like clockwork. Courtroom chaos, face-punching fists, you name it, they did it. And then out of nowhere, they'd be brainstorming together like old pals. If that isn't a recipe for an addictive on-screen combo, I don't know what is. Honestly, who wouldn't be yearning for a bit more of this romantic chemistry on their screens? Now, let's talk about that irresistible Sean Cahill charm. Look, I'm not saying I'm crushing on Neal's on-screen charisma, but I do wonder if he's got a secret manual on being charming just tucked away somewhere. Maybe in a sock drawer. Who knows? But hey, don't mistake his TV charm for real-life vibes. He might switch gears faster than a Formula One racer when the cameras are off. Serious one moment, gentle the next. But when the suit spotlight hits him, it's like an instant charm explosion. There's no doubt about it. Whenever Sean strolled onto the screen, my excitement level was off the charts. Ever find yourself crossing your fingers for an episode finale with Sean and Harvey, just patching things up? I mean, we didn't get a bromance in every episode. I mean, I wish, but hey. Now, let's talk about his ice-cool demeanor. Picture this. Chaos is swirling around in this Sean, the calmest cat in the room. Seriously, if chaos had a face, it looked like Sean and say, challenge accepted. And let's not forget how his composure balanced the show's emotional seesaw. It's like he held the emotional equilibrium, a secret weapon in a sea of legal turmoil. Alright, let's rewind a bit. Before Suits came into the picture, Neal's other gigs were like buried treasures, just waiting to be discovered. But post-Suits, oh, you better believe that if I spotted his face on a poster, I was tuning in without a second thought. And let me tell you, not once have I been left disappointed. Hold on to your seats because I've got a movie recommendation that's about to take your movie night to a whole new level. Have you heard of Apex? You heard me right. This one's a wild ride starring none other than Neal himself alongside the iconic Bruce Willis. I'm telling you, this movie might just redefine what a thrilling evening looks like. Dropped in 2021 and I would never have expected him to do something like that in a million years, but I found it to be quite exhilarating. I'm also pretty excited about the shift that's coming up in 2024 from the Angel Studios network. It feels very similar to what he did in Apex, but in a different way. But you know what's even more intriguing? Neal and I were on the same wavelength when it comes to values, art, and the whole career vibe. It's like finding a secret mentor in the sea of Hollywood. Of course, I'm sure there's a lot we would disagree about, but there's a bigger connection than divide there. Who would have thought that beneath the surface such a bond would exist? Honestly, even the discovery of who he was in real life came very randomly to me because I don't make a habit of peeking behind the curtain. I like actors in the capacity of the characters I experience them in, and I'm happy with that being as far as our relationship goes. But somehow I dove into the rabbit hole when it came to Neal because of a random suggested video on my YouTube feed. Now picture this, me teaming up with Neal for a project. Yep, you heard me. I'm not just daydreaming here, folks. Sure, there's a lot of actors and artists I would like to work with and collaborate with in the film, television, and music industry, but he's definitely right up there. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Can we just take a moment to process that Neal probably isn't running around in real life like the characters it brings to life on screen? I mean, come on. He's got to have a few more layers under that actor exterior, right? My curious mind is itching to dive into the nitty-gritty of his process. Like, why these roles? How does he conjure up these complex personas? Oh, the questions I would throw his way. I often imagine me and Neal sitting down for a heart-to-heart. It's like a masterclass in character separation. I'm just there, like sponge-like, absorbing every ounce of wisdom he's willing to share. Because let's face it, the guy has been around the block and has mastered the art of slipping into character skins like a seasoned chameleon. And that's a skill set I am just wanting to learn. So why the eagerness to collaborate? It's not just about projects and scenes. It's about soaking up his wealth of experience, his knack for dissecting characters, and his genius in channeling every intricate move they make. It's basically a crash course in the makings of a character, and I'm more than ready to be a student. All right, hold on to your seats because here's a juicy plot twist for you. Imagine if, behind those intense stares and legal battles, Sean and Harvey were secretly the grand puppeteers of Suits chaos. Yeah, you heard me right. The ultimate masterminds of mischief. Every season finale was just a well-scripted cliffhanger to keep us guessing, while in reality, Sean and Harvey would sneak into a hidden lair, twirling their metaphorical mustaches and plotting the next big uproar. It's like a secret society of legal geniuses who thrive on orchestrating turmoil. They brainstorm over coffee or maybe scotch and sketch out grand plans to outwit everyone. Let's just say Sean and Harvey were probably snickering behind the scenes, clinking their glasses for a job well done. So, as we gasped at unexpected twists, they were probably high-fiving each other backstage. I remember those, oh my god, did you see that moments? Yeah, they were likely scripted by our dynamic schemers themselves. In the end, Suits could have been less about legal battles and maybe more about their epic entertaining rivalry. A rivalry feud, not by animosity, but by the sheer thrill of bending reality for our entertainment. What do you think? Now brace yourself because I'm all hyped up for a cinematic adventure. Angel Studios is dropping the shift and it's got my curiosity piqued. Speaking of Angel Studios, you might have heard a buzz about Sound of Freedom. Yep, same place. But guess what? I'm yet to catch that movie. It is definitely on my hit list. When is your favorite cinema day? Drop a comment and let's compare notes on our movie magic moments. But anyway, that's enough raving about Neal from me. At least to you, for now. I really admire the actor and I enjoyed Sean Cahill in Suits. He just fits. Did he sneak up on you the same way he sneaked up on me? Let me know in the comments. Do you love Sean? Do you hate Sean? Or do you never think of Sean? Subscribe now for more content about your favorite characters and let's bond over what makes them awesome or insufferable or even worthy of redemption. See you again real soon. Enjoy your weekend and I'll see you again on Monday. Tra-la-la.